A symbol is more than an image, it's a vessel. It carries stories, emotions, entire histories. It distills complex truth into a single potent visual, and it invokes something deeper than words. A good symbol, it speaks to the soul before the mind can even catch up. And oftentimes we just don't even have words for what we are experiencing. So a symbol doesn't just represent something, it reveals something. And it opens the door to meaning that transcends literal understanding. Some weeks ago, I was in a music and worship retreat with some colleagues. We were asked to put together a curriculum for a music credentialing program, and it's all about worship, music in worship. It was fantastic, and one of my colleagues, Reverend Dr. Rob Hardy's, was there, and we were talking, and he said, you know, worship is poetry. That's a right brain experience. I know most of us got here because of the left brain stuff that got on our nerves, and that's important. But even still, no matter what your tradition, worship is a right brain. It's poetry. It's not prose. It's what's behind the words, and that's why we left. It was what was behind those words. The cruelty, the dogma behind those words. So we came here, and the poetry, the meaning behind the words is something else here. And it should point us to something beyond ourselves, to the grand mystery. That's what symbols do. Poetry for the spirit. Flaming Chalice is a wonderful piece of poetry for our Unitarian Universalist faith. The circle, of course, the two becoming one, but it also is a circle of life. Unity, what goes around comes around. A beginning is an end, and end is a beginning. The continuity of the circle, of the cycles of life. So it's not just a UU thing, it's a human thing, the circle. And then the chalice. That one over there doesn't quite look like a cup. Sarah's does. What'd you do with your chalice? You put it back in the Wonder Box? Yeah, right. After the ceremony. That chalice is more like the chalice, right? You drank from it. The ancients drank from that chalice. And many times in Catholicism, you see people drinking from, I don't recommend it, but drinking from the same chalice during their communion. At least the priest wiped it off a little bit. We drink from the same cup of suffering and hope. We drink from the same cup of suffering and hope in this grand circle of existence of which we are part. It's the poetry. And our poetry is quite prophetic in this time because it came alive, the Flaming Chalice, during World War II, the Nazi regime, and we're facing a kind of fascism today. Yeah. Persecution in Europe of Jews. And a lot of that work was carried out by Unitarian women. We don't talk about and quote women enough. I promise you I'm going to do more of that. Somebody say, thank you, thank you. I know. And I'm a mama's boy, I ought to know better. Martha Sharp. You get home tonight, go to PBS, look it up, the Sharps' War. He's a Unitarian couple. It's often about the husband, but listen to the story of Martha Sharp, who helped Jewish refugees from Czechoslovakia, escorting them and their children, their families to safe spaces under the watchful Nazi regime eye, putting her life at risk. The Sharps War on PBS. And for her courage, she was later honored righteous among women in the nation of Israel. And it was around that same time that the Austrian artist Hans Deutsch designed the flaming chalice symbol. And it's a simple image, but it appeared on documents and aid packages so people knew when help arrived, like the sign of Superman. People knew when they saw that image that help arrived, our image. And we carry that in our history, and we are there today with our yellow shirts. People see that, they know you are safe here, you are welcome here, you are honored here. That's the power of symbols. Are you with me? And Martha Sharp was a part of making that happen. Then there's the flame, the fire. Fire of commitment. Fire is passion. Eternal love. Fire, one of the earthly elements. Fire is our sun. Fire is life and death. Fire is power. It lights the way. It warms us. It can burn. It can purify, burning away all the unnecessary. If you know how to cook, you know what I'm talking about. It destroys and transforms. The fire of the chalice isn't just sentimental for us, it's the symbol of inner awakening, the alchemy of the heart, transformation. And that awakening comes as we share this shared cup of suffering and hope. That light reminds us that we too carry the light inside. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, that we can be the light for each other when things go dark. And light shows up everywhere in religion. Moses with the burning bush. Pentecost, an experience there where they were speaking in tongues of fire. The Hindu god for fire is Agni. The eternal flame at Dr. King's and JFK's tombs. It's a symbol of the divine spark. But here's the thing about fire, it also needs fuel, or it suffocates. It has to be fed. And so does your spiritual life. So does your justice work. So does your faith. How are you keeping your flame lit today? Our chalice holds a flame for our community. It's a container. And the fire brings our passion, our voice, our love, our community. And I love that our chalice, past and present, is a beacon. I think of the light flashing, a beacon. Liberal faith, progressive, open, for business, inclusive. You're safe here. A reminder, though, that love without justice is just sentimental. And justice, as it is said, these are not my words, and justice without love is cruelty. The chalice is a call to light the fire within you. That's what the poetry, Joseph Campbell said, it always points right back to us, the mythology, the symbols, the poetry. How are you lighting your own flame every week, every day? What are the symbols that light your way? What truths do you carry? What fire burns in you? We light this chalice each week, not out of habit, but out of intention. To remember who we are, to remember our history, our legacy, what we stand for, and that this flame is ours to tend. So, may you be chalices, open and radiant. May we share this cup of compassion together and suffering. And may we let love be the fire that guides our lives. And may our lives be a living poem of the hope and justice that we believe is possible. Amen.